Mr. Bard, what's going on? So today, if you're just jumping on, we got Philosophy King Denim. We're going to chop it up with him. We're going to get into some visuals real quick, warm up the cues, make sure everything is running cue. If you on the MJMG Presents app and you do got a question, make sure you send it to SHU @republican.com. I do see my man Ivan on the check-in, hailing out of Russia. Russia's in the building. So that's what's up. But salute to everybody that's on right now. We're going to go into this video. It's called That Mommy. And then we're going to bring the brother on after that. So check this out. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Come on. And if you in any snowed area, I hope you're nice and warm, safe. I hope your vehicle is shoveled out and the garbage truck ain't keep burying you back in. Be safe, y'all, and keep creative. Let's check this out, man.
Yo te dije, esto es lo que hago, que importa que me dedique, solo importa quién soy, a dónde voy, la música me pone a bailar, pensar, llorar, cantar. Here I come, here I go, I let them know I run the show, I let them know. I'm running low on materialistic things and I'm running on empty, pero ya, tú sabes bien quién soy.
Down, crown hollow when I'm in your town. Baby girl, I don't mess around. Stand up, guy from the CO. Niggas out here, hella blow, hella drove. 24 karat gold, had it snow. You, me, show, be at the show. Watch roll down to the flow. Make say whoa at the rodeo show. Gotta go, 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 go. Low pro with a thing go. Do with flamingo. Ice dipped in white gold. City up in the snow, yo. Acapulco, Coco from Mexico on the low, low. Make it go loco on the pogo. Supersize that jumbo. Hot sauce like gumbo. Take flight like Dumbo. From AZ to Colorado. They call me Pablo. Too much cargo. One Monte Carlo. Ayy, ayy. Mamacita. Ayy, ayy. Mamacita. Ayy, ayy. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Chip, chip.
Here I come, here I go. I let them know I run the show. I let them know. I'm running low on materialistic things and I'm running on empty, pero ya, tú sabes bien quién soy. Yo nunca me estoy escondiendo el sonido de mi voz. Tú sabes bien quién soy.
Oh my, tell her mama come by that sundress she's got on. It's so hot for that booty to hide. She's perfect with that smile. There's no one else in my eyes. Like hola mamacita, it's truly nice to meet ya. We bossing up, getting cake, and we eating good too. Travel baby girl, you know that's all up to you. Tell me it's on, I'll pull up 30 minutes less for you. Hot and ready, I pull up in my Chevy. You get it when you're ready. How you want it till you get a climax, till you get a heart attack. You need me to slide through. We get it poppin' like the summer came through. Got her screaming, hola papi, the next time she slide through.
Here I come, here I go. I let them know I run the show. I let them know. I'm running low on materialistic things and I'm running on empty, pero ya, tú sabes bien quién soy. Yo nunca me estoy escondiendo el sonido de mi voz. Tú sabes bien quién soy.
Shout out to everybody that's on right now. This is MJMG Presents SHU Radio. If anybody knows me, time is money, and I don't like to waste neither. The individual we got today goes by the name of Philosophy King Denim. The brother's not only an artist, not only a host, but he's also a script writer, movie producer. You name it, the boy got more hustles than Hustle Man. And we're gonna talk a little bit about that today. Without any further ado, let me cue the brother in real quick. Yo, what's going on, Vibes? I see you. SHU, Moses definitely. Salute to everybody that's on right now. But without further ado, we're gonna bring our guests up to the front. Let's bring our guests to the front real quick, and let's bring that up with a round of applause real quick. My brother Philosophy, how you doing, man?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Man, first and foremost, I want to thank you for jumping on the show, man. Like, when I met you, you was interviewing me when I met you, and then I got to learn about all the different things that you was doing, and I was like, oh, my dude do music too, man. Like the brother was so just in professional mode when I met you. I didn't know it was anything else going on, but let's talk a little bit about that, man. When did you really get into that creative mode for you that makes Philosophy Denim now?
Man, so I started doing poetry, and a couple of my people from the neighborhood was like, bruh, you should turn this into songs, into music. And I was like, man, yeah, let me get some beats or whatnot. And somebody had donated a microphone to us back then. He was rapping on one of those old school microphones that you know, man, it was like a toy pretty much, damn near. And so we started putting it on there. I got me a little tape recorder. I started saying my rhymes on the tape recorder, and I say it in the hood. And everybody was like, "Yo, this is dope." So my biggest kind of confidence was this was an all Crip neighborhood. Rolling 30 Gangsta Crip gang, Trey Gangsta Crip, Trey 5-7 Crips, all them Crips out there in Eastside Denver. And he invited me to a show to do a show with the Crips. I wasn't gang banging, but I lived in the hood and I knew who they were.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was nervous because it's, you know, nothing but brothers. I'm one of the most light skinned brother in there, and they Crips. And I'm like, what if I say the wrong word or something? Would they jump me or something? I ain't representing the East Side. So I did my thing, and everybody clapped and everybody was giving me props. So I just kept on going with it.
Wow. That most definitely is a defining moment. Like, to get past all that and feel and still get the praise into that. So once you transitioned into that, was that, you know, I know you started off with doing the poetry, but did you dedicate solely into the music after that?
Yeah, I put it no, I still kind of did my poetry thing because we had like a little poetry class at school. So I continued with that. But I transferred that a lot of them rhymes into music, pretty much, and telling stories and whatnot.
Got you. And in the earlier half of you making music, and did you face any adversity to, you know, that transition from poetry to music, or just people in general not really giving you the energy or believing in what you was doing?
Yeah, man, I felt like, I don't know. There was a lot of people in my city, the ones that were standing out and getting a lot of play was they had family members, they had cousins, uncles, all kind of. So my family was like military, so I didn't really. And then my family from Louisiana, so I didn't really have family there in Colorado. So I didn't feel like I was getting the recognition that I deserved. So I moved to California, and again, another defining moment is I didn't think I was going to be able to do this. California, this where everybody comes to get noticed, and I started moving up the ranks in California too, as well. So,
wow, how was that transition from Denver to California?
it was dope, man, because they had back then it was the hyphy. Everything was hyphy. Mac Dre and whatnot, E40. So my music was a little bit different because I spent a lot of time in Texas, Louisiana, so I had like an accent. So they was kind of digging my style because they ain't never really heard it. But they was like, I didn't know you got down like that, homie. But I was like, yeah, man, I get down too.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, I was gonna ask, and you mentioned that they said they never heard that sound, or the sound was different. How do you define your sound? Is it Denver? Is it like, how would you base, your overall essence of what you sound like?
I I got a lot of people will say, "Hey man, that sounds like you remind me of Paul Wall, or that the beat selection that sounds like Southern, or like Master P, No Limit type and that's all I pretty much listened to at the time. No Limit, Master P, C Murder. So I was heavy on the Soldier train back then. So I just was like, all right, for sure.
And I did see a video. You had a chopped and screw joint. It was getting a lot of energy. That joint was getting a lot of energy. It was a chopped and screw joint. I think it was a promo video. It wasn't too long, but I recently saw that joint. Not to segue, but I did want to capture that moment once you mentioned Paul Wall and them. Now, when I met you, you are a host. You've got to sit down with talents of all likes, like names of we could list them all, but you've been doing it for years. Was that a transition, or that was something added to just your creative aspect?
I started to think like how, because I went from California, went from Denver to California, all up and down California, Los Angeles, uh, San Jose, San Francisco, Sacramento, and then I was going to school out there in Fresno, and then I was like, yo, I'm gonna go down to Texas. And then when I went from Texas to Arizona, um, I'm trying to come back. I'm trying to build up everything. But
Okay.
what was the question again? My bad. My bad.
No,
My
no.
bad.
I know when I met you into hosting. When I met you, you
Oh,
into hosting. Like, was
the
that a
hosting,
transition?
hosting.
Yeah.
So my bad. I started to get off subject. I'm getting old.
You good?
Uh, so I was trying to look for a way that I can get seen by the masses, my music, and get other people's music heard and their story, their testimony. And so I started doing live interviews. I pull up on people on a block, where their neighborhood, their house, or whatever, and I do interviews right then and there. And I was doing ciphers, so I was gaining traction doing the ciphers and doing interviews. So that's how I started kind of going swaying towards that. And people started to know who I am by hosting, and then it was like, oh, he's a rapper too.
That's what kind of happened to me. I'm like, oh, he rapped too, and then I started going. You have content for years. Like, you've been putting in work for years, my dude. Like, we could go back 10, 12 years. Some really great content. Now, you mentioned a lot of different places that you traveled to and was going. Was this all in search of your creativity? And if it was in search of your creativity, if you had to advise someone who's in search for theirs, what would you tell them?
I just feel like, you know what I mean. Before all this internet stuff, I just felt like it was essential to, if you get a buzz going on in your city, that's cool, but you have to be able to go to other cities and states and showcase your talent out there as well, and get it popping, not just one dimension or one place. You have to be able to branch out, and just like a business, you got to get it going in other places, get that money in Japan, and not just here in the States, but overseas and whatnot.
Wow, wow. And each place that you went, did you feel you succeeded in that branching?
Yeah, I mean, like every city and state, I started off. My biggest artist that I opened up for, and he was pretty big back then, was Baby Bash
Okay.
in San Jose, California. So I just really, I was like, man, I'm really doing something. I'm opening up with some big key names, and I'm still doing. My last one was Ray J and Bobby Valentino. So like throughout the years, I mean, I know that you could pay to get on, but a lot of promoters, if your music doesn't fit the situation, they're not gonna let you on the
Yeah.
showcase if you suck. So, but
So you
yeah,
did
that's
you opened up or you performed with on the same show or bill with Baby Bash.
yeah, Baby Bash. That was probably like 2000 like 8. It was some
Baby Bash
years.
was shaking out around that time too, shaking out. Was there ever a moment in your journey that you lost sight because of the bright lights? For artists, especially now, I see a lot of that. It's easily happening on social media. People get lost in the little bit of the looks that they get, but those lights are really bright. And when opportunities do happen, was there ever a moment that you got sidetracked and had to reroute? Like, all right, let me get refocused, get back to it.
Yeah, like I was trying to live their lifestyle, like the strip clubs and all of that. So I started to be blinded by everybody telling me how good I was, and I was just riding that high, and that's all I wanted to do was drink, smoke, and that's what got me in trouble a lot of times. And I had in and out of jail, so I had to get refocused and be like, yo, if you gonna do this, be serious about it, get everything legalized and your name and all of that. Start really doing something with it, and just talking. I mean, just being a local celebrity or what have you.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why I asked because obviously you most definitely refocus because you're hearing a lot of things that you got going on, and I just wanted to have that you touch on that because I know a lot of our viewers are artists and creators, and sometimes they're not prepared for that part that comes. It comes. Now you mentioned getting in trouble, and like myself, I know we've both hit rock bottom and spent some time sitting down. Some people call it sitting down, locked up north, whatever you want to call it. When you was at your low, what was that one thing, man, that kept you ticking?
Man, for sure, off top was music. Like I remember the first day I got sentenced, it was we had a blizzard outside, and I got locked up, and they put it. I didn't think I was gonna get locked up because the charges at that time wasn't that hidden, but I guess the judge was tired of seeing me, so she was like, Mr. Freelo, we just gonna have to, you gonna have to get locked up for this until you prove me otherwise. This is what's gonna happen. So I went up in a cell. There was like 35 people in there, and I seen one dude, half of his head was gone, blown off, and I was like, man, for real, this is real. I'm really going to jail. I'm getting on the bus. I was thinking about that song "Locked Up," and they had to get up on the bus, and I
Oh,
was in. I was like, man, my life is really, like you said, hit rock bottom, man. Like, yo, what am I doing?
and music. You said music is what kept you going.
Yeah, music. Like I got with a group of guys. There was some good. One was like he was a singer in the church, and the other cats they just like to freestyle and whatnot. And we just was constantly uh, writing songs. And hey, you think this sounds cool? Or hey, help me with this verse, or tell me if this verse is if I need to change something in this verse or whatever. So we really tapped in on like wordplay and all of that. So I had a lot of time when I was locked up to work out and just rehearse and work on my wordplay.
So when you get out of that situation, and I'm speaking of an individual, I'm probably asking a question that I know the answer, but for the viewers' sake, when you got out and you had these new, I call it new eyes. When you had these new eyes when you got out, what was the drive for you then? Like, what was the difference between the philosophy going in to the philosophy coming out?
I just man, I wanted to move from Denver, Colorado. That was pretty much part of the reason why I moved from Denver, Colorado. I just was like, man, I got to turn over a new leaf. this life that I got going is it's not the business. This is not it. And so I figure if I go to a city, state, California, I don't know nobody. I can reinvent myself. I can present myself in another demeanor than just some hood thug cat, Creole, Puerto Rican, Spanish cat from the east side of Denver, and just be like, "Yo, this is the new me." I started going to college, and I turned it over a new leaf, and I left that old me in the past because we was man, I was hanging around the wrong crowd, the stick up kids. I was hanging around them, and you know what I mean. Even when I went to New York, uh, we would always seem to get around the stick up kids. I'm like, man, I gotta change my surroundings because I'm just gonna go right back where I was at.
That's very important. They say a man is what he thinks. You know what I'm saying? So you most definitely got to start there. When did you get involved with Epic TV? Because that's around the time. I don't want to say that's around the time, but that's where I got introduced to you through Epic TV, and you got to interview me, and it was super dope. And I'm not. I'll be remiss, and I'm not shy to say. After having the interview with you and even working with you alongside with you, that spawned, MJMG presents SHU Radio for me to keep going. So that was inspirational for me. So how did you get involved with that, and how long have you been doing that?
So like I said, probably back in 2017, I was doing the interviews on the streets in California, and then I just carried on to Texas and then Arizona. And Arizona, I've been here for, like I said, a little minute, and then I started doing my own little show. It was just on my phone. I didn't have no StreamYard, no nothing. I was just straight just telling people come through. Let's have a couple beers and we'll just shoot the ish. You know what I mean? We'll just we'll just talk. So it kind of started there. I didn't really have structure or anything like that. And then I met Don Stubbs, and he was like, "Yo, you know what I'm saying? I like your voice. I like that you network. You know what I mean? Let's get you on a show and let's have it organized so the look has the look, so to speak."
Yeah. I like that. The look has a look. That's super dope. And you've been doing that for how long?
So I've been online doing interviews since 2021.
Salute to you
But
on
before
that.
that, I was just doing like in-person interviews.
Salute to you on that, man. Salute to you. So you
No
did
doubt.
mention earlier when you was talking about Baby Bash that you just performed or was on a show bill with Ray J and Bobby Valentino. Tell us how that feel of being on stage and the crowd and the audience. Could you take us into that atmosphere of how that feels right now in like 2026?
Man, so you know what I'm saying? Like I've been opening up for a lot of A-list artists for quite some time. Um, I still get nervous or whatnot, especially these big shows where I know there's going to be a lot of people because they're big names. They got a big following still. A lot of people still pop out. So with that energy, man, it just hyped me up. That's why I like doing these type of shows because you could feed off the crowd, and it just, man, I might be nervous when I walk up them stairs, but when they give me that microphone and they announce my name, I just turn up. It's on. It's go time.
That's right. Turn it on. I'm laughing because I know exactly that feel. You know that exactly that feel. And then once the mic is in your hand, is they damn they gotta pry the mic away from you after that. You ready to keep going? You're like, yeah, I got one more. I
I'm
got one
still
more.
talking.
I
Sure,
got
you follow me on Philosophy King Denim, all that. We'll be out there like, your set is over like 5 minutes ago.
Interesting enough, in this day and age, a lot of artists are recording artists. They don't focus on performance. They don't work on their live show or rehearsal. They go in the studio. How do you feel that if it will interrupt the culture of like the music or the creativity, the less that we have the performing artist or the artist not perfecting their performance?
Man, I think that's very crucial. I went out in a minute ago. I bought me a karaoke setup, a really good mic. Actually, it's probably like $200 for the mic and a big speaker. But it's so crucial to rehearse. Like I try to rehearse at least 30 minutes a night. So when I get to the show, like it's like, you know, it ain't nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? Once they turn on the music, it's like I did this a thousand times.
You,
So
it's second nature. It's second nature. That right there, as simple as that is, like you saying, I take 30 minutes. That right there separates the concept of what like an industry professional would say is an artist. You know, a lot of people go into the booth. Yeah, you can always tell them, punch me in. Yo, run that back. You could do 100 of that. But a stage show is continuous. And even if you make an error, you got to know how to bounce that. And that's an art in itself right there.
man, for real, because sometimes you be so excited, you got that adrenaline, and you see people cheering you on, and you start running out of gas if you ain't rehearsed or like me. I like to get on the treadmill and I'll do my show set twice, and I'll be jogging in place so I can it helps with my breathing. So when I'm on stage, I don't be like trying to spit out some shit. I'm like, yo, he's slip singing.
Quick question, and this is about performing. Do you perform with your performance track, or do you rap over your lyrics? How do you feel about that?
In certain different energy songs, if I'm doing a lot of running around and trying to hype up the crowd, and you know what I'm saying, it depends on what the song is. I'll have places where it'll pretty much on low. I'll have my backdrop on low, and my ad libs will hit
Hit.
certain places.
Okay, so you do the performance track. That's what's up. Now I had to ask that,
Yeah.
especially for somebody who performs. Now musically, my brother, I know you forever. You're creative. You're forever continuously making music. You're working on something right now, city to city, and I could take that because you are a traveling man. Let's talk a little bit about city to city and what could the viewers expect from that.
It's just a testimony of me, you know what I'm saying? Me versus me. Me transitioning from hood cat and talking about hood stuff to being a grown man and talking about real issues that's going on in the world, and what I had to endure to get where I'm at right now, and the obstacles that I had to overcome, and all of that to get to the level that I'm at right now.
Nice. And are you done with that? Are you still open? Could producers or artists that are on reach out if they possibly interested in collaborating or stuff like that? How you feel about that?
Man, get at me for sure. I'm still working on some other tracks, and I got some other features that's coming. That's on its way. I haven't had a set as far as how many tracks is going to be on the album, but I'm open to work for sure. So let's get you heard out on the West Coast.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it out there right now, man. If you ever need a verse or something, man, like holla at your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? I got
Get it.
I got you.
I got some joints. I got some joints you can check out for sure.
I got you. Now, before I segue into the next stages of conversation, I did want to ask you your viewpoint on, AI is a big thing, and we spoke briefly, but AI is a big thing, and as far as the creative aspect from a creator compared to someone who creates in the concepts of prompting, how do you feel that affects like the music scene for you as an artist?
I mean, it definitely, like we had spoke about it.
I
It
lost
definitely,
your vocals a little bit. I don't know if that was me. Yeah.
yeah, my Hey, could you cut to my
Yeah,
other
yeah, I
track?
got you. We'll do that real quick. While you set that up.
My earbuds died. My
Got you,
bad.
gotcha. Say no more. Shout out to everybody that's on right now. We're gonna go into another video real quick. Matter of fact, for those that probably missed the first video, we're gonna jump back into that one real quick. This one's called Dat Mommy. If you got any questions, feel free to put the questions in the chat and we're gonna chop it up real quick. We got Philosophy King Denim. We talking about an artist, creative, a host, and movie producer. We're gonna talk about that segment right after this. So let's check this out real quick and we'll keep the set going.
Yo te dije, esto es lo que hago, que importa que me dedique, solo importa quién soy, a dónde voy, la música me pone a bailar, pensar, llorar, cantar. Here I come, here I go, I let them know I run the show, I let them know. I'm running low on materialistic things and I'm running on empty, pero ya, tú sabes bien quién soy.
Down, crown hollow when I'm in your town. Baby girl, I don't mess around. Stand up, die from the CO. Niggas out here, hella blow, hella drove. 24 karat gold, had it snow. You, me, show, be at the show. Watch roll down to the flow. Next say whoa at the rodeo show. Gotta go. Low pro with a dingo. Do with flamingo. Ice dipped in white gold. City up in the snow, yo. Acapulco, Coco from Mexico on the low. Make it go loco on the pogo. Supersize that jumbo. Hot sauce like gumbo. Take flight like Dumbo. From AC to Colorado. They call me Pablo. Too much cargo. More Monte Carlo. Ayy. Mamacita. Ayy. Mamacita. Ayy. Let's go. Chip.
Here I come, here I go. I let them know I run the show, I let them know. I'm running low on materialistic things and I'm running on empty, pero ya, tú sabes bien quién soy. Yo nunca me estoy escondiendo el sonido de mi voz. Tú sabes bien quién soy.
Oh my, tell little mama come by that sundress she's got on. It's so hot for that booty to hot. She's perfect with that smile. There's no one else in my eyes. Like hola mamacita, it's truly nice to meet ya. We bossing up, getting cake, and we eating good too. Travel baby girl, you know that's all up to you. Tell me it's on. I'll pull up 30 minutes less for you. Hot and ready, I pull up in my Chevy. You get it when you're ready. How you want it till you get a climax, till you get a heart attack. You need me to slide through. We get it poppin' like the summer came through. Got her screaming, hola papi, the next time she slide through.
Here I come, here I go. I let them know I run the show, I let them know. I'm running low on materialistic things and I'm running on empty, pero ya, tú sabes bien quién soy. Yo nunca me estoy escondiendo el sonido de mi voz. Tú sabes bien quién soy.
All right, y'all. That right there was Philosophy King Denim. Let's bring the brother back on real quick. Let's see if everything is running smooth. All right, my brother. You can hear me?
1 2 1 2.
I hear you super low, though. You super low.
Man, what the heck? Hold on.
Hey, you super low. I could hear you, but it's barely.
Man,
I mean, viewers out there, how's this volume for y'all? Because if it's good for y'all, it's good for me. The most important thing is making sure we can get the brother's words to the people. So, if it's good for y'all, so somebody just give me a sign out there. If his vocals is good, if y'all can hear him good enough.
one, mic check, mic check.
Let's see.
Mic check, mic check.
But I can hear you. I can hear you. So, and I'll keep the music, the background music off for now. I wanted to transition into your writing. You're also a script writer. So I wanted to talk about how that transition from poetry to music to film. How was that? How was that transition for you? Was that a smooth transition? Was it an easy one? I know being a creative, you could just bounce around, but let's talk a little bit about that and even the why.
Throughout the years, like in the meantime, I was just like, man, I wanted to write a book uh about my life, and I just started writing like a page a day, and then over the years, it just got thick, and I was like, in my junior year at college, um, they were like, hey, well, you got to take one of these classes in order to get your your diploma. I was like, oh man, I guess writing. I wasn't really I
Gotcha.
just wanted to act. I just wanted to be an actor. But I just went ahead and chose writing, script writing for one of my classes, and man, just learning from someone that was really good. I was already doing it, but they just helped me structure like the timelines and what to like from scene to scene, like not be lame, like keep the people interested.
Nice. When did you feel confident enough to like, this script right here is good. I'm putting this into production.
So one of this movie that I'm working on right now, one of the requirements to pass the class, you had to write a script, at least a, a script that was long enough for at least an hour flick, uh, uh, motion picture, whatever you want to call it. So I wrote a film pretty much about a second chance barber, somebody that just gets caught up in the sauce, and they go back and forth from jail to the outs and the outs back into jail, and they finally get a barbershop a certificate to be a barber, and then they take off from there. But anyways, at the end of the day, uh, the professor really liked it, and he was like, "Man, you should really like shoot this." And I'm like, so I invested in camera, got all that work, like working on the same page. So now it's just like I got the actors, so I'm ready to do the damn thing.
So you not only the writer, you're being a director, you doing location management, you being the PA, you probably gonna edit it too. like
I got a couple people that's pretty much donating their time to help me to make sure they're successful. But at the end of the day, it is all on me. But thank God that I got a little bit of a team behind me that's gonna help me.
That's salute to that. Salute to that, my brother. That's really big. We did have a question from the chat. DM the most was like, what school he's at?
I go to it's a community college here in Tucson, Arizona. I just went to a community college. I know it's like, man, you getting student loans or whatnot, but right now it's helped me with a lot. Like I was smart about what they gave me. I didn't just you know just f it off and just spend it at the strip clubs or whatever. I put it I put it to work for me. So when I do have to pay them back, when I do, um, uh, I'll be able. I won't drown. I'll be able to just here you go, man.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for let me get that.
Now, in this day and age, as a creative, a lot of people might feel like, school or investing in that part of themselves is not. It's almost obsolete. They'll chat GBT everything. Go to YouTube University. How important to you was investing in yourself in that higher learning or whatever in which way that looks like? How important was that investment for you? And if you had to share someone who was on the fence about investing in that, what would you share with them?
Man, I think it's very important, even if you don't want to get the, pay back the student loans or whatever. Classes where at the community college where I go to, they're only like $250 per class. So it's a very good investment. You get to learn from your peers. The professor, the professor, they winning in life. So you getting kind of a blueprint from them to, you know, whatever it is that you want to do in life that makes you happy or whatever. I like to act. I like being in movies and whatnot. That's what motivates me to do what I do, and it's just you got to learn something new every day. So why not go to college and do that?
Straight up, straight up. DM the most on Instagram. He said he went to full scale sale and they gave him cameras. He said, if you interested. So I guess he's offering to be a part or help. So yeah, I might wanna have a conversation and see maybe a collaboration or assistant or I'm not too sure how that goes, but he said that's dope, bro. Push that education. So salute to DM the most. What's your ultimate
Yeah, for
goal?
sure, man. Link up with me. I'm down to work. I'm doing some traveling. I'm gonna be going back east. I don't know where you're at, but I'm gonna be going. I'm visiting Chicago real soon. I'm gonna be hitting up New York because I got fan babbing in Port Authority. So, but yeah, let's work, man. There ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
That's right. That's right. What's your goal with this story? You said second chance barber. What's your goal of telling this story? Like what do you want the people to get from this concept?
I mean, the title kind of speaks for itself. Second chance. I think everybody deserves a second chance in life. Just because you was locked up or you made some mistakes when you was younger, doesn't mean that you nobody. You know what I'm saying? You are somebody. And my people when nobody films and Phoenix, you know what I'm saying? They pushing that. Hey, even if I'm on a nobody now, even when I'm a somebody, I'm still a nobody, but I am somebody. If
Straight
that
up.
makes sense.
Straight up. Straight up. I get it. I completely get it. Now, if you could ask yourself, not even ask yourself, if you could look back at the younger version of yourself and tell yourself something, like anything, what would you share to the younger philosophy King Denim?
Man, I would have just told myself to first of all save. Don't do none of that unnecessary spending and go to school for sure off top. Even if it kills you because you gotta get off of work and then uh, go to a writing class or something like that. Man, for real, do that. That's what I would tell myself most definitely.
That's what you and just out of curiosity, I know you mentioned school, go to school. What would you feel would be different in you now compared to, in retrospect, looking back at the younger version of yourself?
And that was one of the main thing. I was just uh, wasting time. I would be wasting time. Like now, I don't waste no time. I'm in a quarter where I can't waste no time. And back then, I was always wasting it. I always wanted to be into something. I always wanted to be chilling with some females or something that had to do with. I mean, we could do music, but I felt like I was Jimi Hendrix, and I wasn't even Jimi Hendrix. Like, man, you gotta put in the work. You get that later. Now you gotta put in the long hours, the 3 a.m. Uh, studio sessions, the I would have just said work hard, save, and don't worry about all that glamorous, uh, no Diddy life or whatever.
I feel you. For those listening on the app or on Instagram, take heed to that. Like, never forget the learning patterns. Learning is continuous. Don't ever stop doing that just because you have the access to things, man. And save. And I would just throw a little bit. Don't be fearful to do without, so you could get to it later. Like, you know what I mean? Do without it now and get to it later. Sometimes we fast forward it and then we can't even maintain it. We can't keep it because we can't afford that. My brother, we know we're in the era of everybody getting their flowers. Everyone's getting their flowers in this era. So it's a big thing. But here on MG Presents, we don't give out flower, we give out honor. And today we want to give you your honor, man. From learning about your travels and the dedication, there was one thing that stood prevalent in a lot of things that you said is you invested something for your dream, your passion. But to top it off, you invested in something for the embetterment of yourself. You took chances. You put yourself in new environments to start from scratch, because each time, even in your creativity, you did one thing and continuously did this was you gave yourself the chance to flourish. And I want to take this time to give you your honors on that, man, for continuing that journey to keep building, and not only keep building, but keep learning. Keep learning, like, you know what I'm saying. You went back to school. You wrote your script, but you always took that investment for the embetterment of yourself. So we just want to salute you, my dude. Like on some real stuff. Like I remember coming on hosting with you, and you like, yeah, I just got out of school, man. Like let me set up real quick. Let me set up real quick. That's a grind, you know what I'm saying? That's a grind to make time not only for the things that you want to do, but for the things that you have to do. So salute to you on that, my dude. Before I let you go, man, if you wanted to share anything with the people, anything coming up or anything that's on your mind and your heart, this is the moment for you right now. I'm gonna open up the floor. If you got any shout outs, anybody you want to, send any words to, the floor is yours, my brother.
All right, man. Shout out to you, man. Shoe Radio for sure. MJMG presents. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all for sure. We definitely gonna be working. I got some time now. Kind of slowed down. Things are slowed down, except filming and all that. But that ain't gonna stop me as far as collaborating and whatnot. But I want to let y'all know, yeah, what he said, man. Keep learning. Um, like if you want to go to school for, or like you having a hard time editing your own videos or whatnot. I mean, I know you can learn off YouTube. Do that too, but go to school though too, so you could be around other people and other minds that you could be like, oh, you do that? Oh man, you could do that too. Or they don't always tell you everything on YouTube, man. Trust me.
Yeah, you ain't lying
So
about that.
like, keeping yourself around those people, network of people, and be social. That's another thing. Just network like a month.
Oh, you could
Like
curse
that's
on
all
here. You could curse on here. You can let those fly.
I network like a motherfucker. Like, I even play softball. I played a softball game, and I was just talking to everybody. Like, hey man, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I do, content creator, podcast. You know what I'm saying. I do music, whatnot. Follow me. Hey, you do this. What's your Facebook? But I'm gonna start getting IG heavy, all that. Take advantage of all the platforms. You never know who's gonna see you. But yeah, just keep running, keep working, save, and eat healthy.
Eat healthy, yes. The young you takes care of the old you. That's a phrase that I used to say a lot. The young you takes care of the old you. So be careful what you do with the young you, because you might pay for it with the older one. You know what I'm saying? But again, my brother, thank you for your time, man. Thank you for. I'm glad we got the time to reverse the situation, and we get a moment to highlight you, my dude. It was dope catching up with you. It was great seeing you, and I'm really, I could say I'm really proud of, your transitions and everything that's going on in your life, man. So salute to you, my dude.
Already, man, and I'm gonna be doing some content. So if you ever want to hop on, and talk about some of the issues that we got going on because we're revamping our station. But right now, I'm just doing some content. If you want to jump on and talk about some issues that's going on in the world, I'd love to have you.
Oh man, you saying nothing but a word, man. We can make that happen.
All right, man. Have a good night, y'all. Appreciate.
Peace, my brother. Peace. Have a good night.
All right, don't.
Peace. Shout out to everybody that's on right now. That was Philosophy King Denim. Thank you. Thank you. They said great interview. If this is your first time on SHU Radio by way of MJMG Presents, we love to humanize the superheroes. We like to bring people in to tell their backstory. Sometimes we see the progression and the rewards of their grind, and we neglect or forget the things that took in between to get where they are. So here we just chop it up in conversation form and bring it to you so that way you can have some type of inkling, idea, or outline that could possibly help you on your journey. But if you didn't get anything from today, you know, I got to give my last word before we go into our last video, Flexed Up by Philosophy King Denim. But if you didn't get anything from today, take this with you. Sometimes we like to invest in so much things that are outward. We invest in equipment. We invest so much time in content, capturing that right picture. Sometimes we invest in clothing. We buy belts and sneakers and watches and jewelry and cars, and we invest in so much outward things. And one of the most important things, sometimes we neglect in that investment. And like he said in his story time and time again, there was one common denominator, and it was him. He had to take the investments in himself so that way he could get into better situations to maximize everything around him. He was in environments that at times he was not sure of how those outcomes would be. He was at shows that he didn't know how he'd be received. But one thing he took the time to work on was his thought pattern and how he felt. So if you didn't get anything from today, don't forget the most important investment is you and your well-being. Because no matter what you dress like, you can have the Gucci, the Birkin bag, the Jordan 4, 5, 6s, 10s, or whatever. You could drive the Mercedes, the Maserati, it doesn't matter. You could be on Instagram with the celebrities at every show, popping bottles. But if this up here ain't shit, everything else ain't gonna be shit. It'll look good, but it won't be shit. It'll be a shit pie with some real tasting good icing. So invest in yourself, y'all. Don't forget the most important thing. A man is what he thinks. Man, woman, and other. Just to make an inclusion. You are what you think. And sometimes what you think you have to put into production to be. Because then if not, it'd just be a great post. Shout out to everybody that was on tonight. Shout out to everybody on the MJMG Presents app. This is MJMG Presents SHU Radio, Mondays, 9:30 p.m. where we humanize the superheroes. We're going to go into this last video by Philosophy King Denim. If you in the New York Eastern area where we snowed in, I hope y'all safe. I hope the plows ain't plow you back in. I hope your car is safe, your family is safe, nice and warm, and you can get to work safely. Have a good night, y'all. This is Flexed Up. See y'all next week. Tune in Wednesday for A&R Des.
SHU Studio, we get busy.
Miss J said, don't be thirsty, be hungry.
I'm gone, let me flex up. Been gone for a while, time to check up. Get a new thing, we'll never break up. Back in the gym, gotta get my weight up. I'm just trying to flex up, flex 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 up. Been a hard time gone, let me flex up. Been gone for a while, time to check up. Get a new thing, we'll never break up. Back in the gym, gotta get my weight up. I'm just trying to flex up, flex up. I'm just trying to flex up, flex up.